Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our next fighter to the ring, Bernardo Uribe.
Coming in all the way from Guadalajara, Mexico, Bernardo Uribe coming in at 17-9, 10 wins by knockout. Let's welcome him a hearty welcome back to the United States. It's his first fight, Ray, on U.S. soil in a decade, his third overall. So Uribe making a nice comeback here on U.S. soil. He's faced some tough competition out here in the States. Faced Dennis Galarza back when Galarza was 9-1. He's now 16-4. Faced Frankie D'Alba, a former WBC title challenger. So this is a very tough customer, again, coming in overseas trying to play spoiler.
This weight class here is where fighters can win, lose a bunch of fights, and come back and get great wins.
And his opponent making his way to the ring, Iman Lee.
And now from Yonkers, New York, one of CES's newest signees going back to last year is Iman Lee, the 11-0 electrifying featherweight from Yonkers, New York, 25 years of age. We last saw him in June, Ray, against Anthony Eliotti. That was that Mohegan Sun. He scored a fifth-round TKO victory. He's 2-0 since signing with CES. We've talked a lot about Iman and what he brings to the table, the amateur pedigree, his grandfather, father, and younger brother, all fighters. It's the typical story of a young fighter coming up, having that background, that pedigree, putting in the work. Now here he is, 11-0, Ray, another tough fight, but he's on the doorstep getting closer.
I love Lee. I really honestly love it. I know people see me saying that a lot, but it's part of the time, not for a lot of times, I'm going to say I love a boxer. This boxer here is young, got that great smile, and he's always giving a great show.
The showmanship ability is there. We take a look quickly at the tail of the tape. Both fighters coming in at 135 yesterday. No major height or reach advantage. Should be a very close contest. Let's send it up to Adam Palazzo with the official introduction.
The following bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and silver trunks. He weighed in at 127 pounds. His pro record, 17 wins, 9 losses, with 10 victories coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Guadalajara, Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, Bernardo Uribe. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the green and black trunks. He weighed in at 126 pounds. His pro record, 11 wins, no losses, with 7 big victories coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Yonkers, New York, Foxwoods, Iman Lee. The man in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. Harvey Dock.
Now, Ray, we take a look at the correct tail of the tape here. Both fighters coming in right at the weight, 126. Not really much of a reach or height advantage for either guy. We got maybe 2 inches for Iman Lee, a little bit slightly taller than Bernardo Uribe. But this should be a really equally contested battle. I'm looking forward to seeing what Lee brings to the table and that progression as it keeps going over time. And one thing, Ray, that we mentioned about Lee, so much experience packed into just a 25-year-old frame. He started amateur boxing at 16. He spent 9 years, almost a decade on the amateur circuit, and now he's here ready to make his climb as a pro.
Iman Lee is definitely a pro. This is a great pickup for CES. Sneaky pickup. I picked this gentleman here. Become a world champion at this weight class, and going up to another weight class, winning that championship. I picked him to pick three championships, 3 different weight classes.
No, that's a good point, Ray. When you're fighting at that weight at 126, you have more opportunity to climb to 130, 135. There's so much more room to grow as a fighter. As you get older, Ray, you know, some fighters grow into their body more. They grow into a different weight class over the course of time, and that could certainly be something or a scenario that we could envision for Iman Lee going forward.
And he's tall. He's 5'10". I'm 5'11". I fought at 140. There's no reason I can't see him going up to 140. Look how beautifully that jab, he's patient. The movement with his shoulders. I always say shoulders, not head, because if you move your shoulders, your head's gonna move. He's just letting Uribe come in straight, and he's just, patiently slipping him and calling him with that jab. He's working everything off his jab.
Now, the one thing about these smaller weight classes too, Ray, that it is difficult to get fights from time to time and stay active, and it's been about 8 months now for Lee to get back in the ring since we last saw him in June, and there were some opportunities on the table. They fell through, as it often happens in this sport, but he's always stayed ready, working also out of Champs Boxing in Danbury, Connecticut with Coach Dave McDonough, who you see in his corner. So he's expanded his team at Circle, right, getting all kinds of tutelage from different corners. It's really been a good work in progress for Lee.
Just because you're not busy in the boxing ring on TV or fans, you're staying busy in the gym. You're keeping, sometimes it's a blessing. Your body gets rest and you get to learn different things. Where if you're fighting all the time, you have to learn on the spot instead of learning in the gym.
A couple of nice right hands for Uribe here in the final minute of round 1. We mentioned Uribe, a tough customer, again 17-9, 10 knockout victories. And we always say don't be too judgmental of where a fighter's fought or who he's knocked out. Power is power and often translates at any level.
And Lee does have 7 knockouts out of his 11 wins. Has to be a gentleman. Land that long right hand over the top. Got them hands up high, great defense, and countering off everything.
Nice job fighting off the ropes from Iman Lee.
Definitely beautiful uppercuts.
You would think that's where Uribe wants him, but Lee actually turned the tables.
Because he's working that sternum. He's working down the middle and coming around those curtains. Putting punches together, and every punch he throws, it's mostly landing. The first one just to put up, the second one is to land.
Good opening round between both fighters. Obviously a slight edge there for Iman Lee, who was active and busy, landing some good shots. And Ray, sky's the limit for this young fighter. We mentioned in the past, if he can just stay busy, it's a much faster ascent at 126 than it may be at some other divisions just because of the talent pool. Some other weight classes are just loaded right now, and it's a generational thing, isn't it?
I always tell my fighters, weight classes are always loaded. There's a lot of people in it, but it's hard to fight here in the East Coast at 135 and under, where in the West Coast, they're much lighter opponents. Over here, we got heavier fighters, so we stay busy. You got to travel to the West Coast to get those fights for the lighter weights. But Lee is staying busy. He's being active. He's not fighting dull fights, exciting fights. Lee is a guy, keep your eye on. He's going to do something.
Michael Parenti and Sucre Ray Oliveira bringing you all the action here on Swerve Combat as CES Boxing presents Winter Brawl 2025 at Foxwoods Resort Casino. Round number 2 underway here between Iman Lee in the green, red, and black trunks and Bernardo Uribe in the black and silver. And Ray, that was a great point on your part about the availability of fighters depending on where you live, where you fight. A lot of times you see the smaller fighters like the 126s and 130s. They'll fly down to Mexico to get some fights. That's where a lot of the smaller opponents are. They can build their record up, come back to the States, get that big opportunity. So it's really all about how you travel.
Yes, you know, are you willing to travel? Are you willing to go somewhere else for training camp? You can see Lee right now digging to that body. He's just coming, he hasn't taken a step back yet. And when he takes a step, he's taking the step just to land one big punch or 2 big combinations there.
And that body work caught Uribe's attention. He immediately backed into the corner after the 2-punch combo by Lee.
Uribe has high defense. What do? You kill that body, bring those elbows down. Lee is playing chess right now with him. I'll give you this to take that. Uribe got a abrasion on his right, under his right eye. A lot of those left hooks landed cleanly by Lee.
Lee doing a great job changing the levels, like you mentioned, Ray, going to the body, and perhaps at some point draws that defense down a little bit and opens up the shots upstairs. But never underestimate the power of a great body punch. Could certainly end a fight that way, too.
No, definitely. Uribe's coming in. Him himself has 10 KOs out of 17 wins. Lee is just using the entire ring. Like you tell your fighters, it's a big ring. Use it.
Yeah, right. 117 here to go in round 2. Lee again fighting well off the ropes.
He loves fighting off these ropes. Body, head, body. He's catching every button on that elevator.
Nice left hook there on the way out of that break, too.
And this one, Uribe thinks, he's starting something up. Lee comes with that big left hook.
And those body shots doing some damage for Iman Lee here in round 2. Nice short uppercut to the body.
Beautiful
There it
right
is.
uppercut and left hook to the body. Then he goes right back to the head. Bring his elbows down. You're going to catch him up top.
And Ray, he's not just throwing a high volume of punches. He's landing these shots.
Oh, I don't. He's throwing one punch to draw him off, and the next two are landing. That's how you play chess. You give up your pawn to let your rook and your queen get something.
Iman Lee putting on a good show here in the final 30 seconds of round 2. This one's scheduled for 8 in the featherweight division. Uribe just a step behind Ray.
He's definitely trying here, but Lee is not dull and letting him catch him.
No, it's very frustrating when you're trying and you're putting that effort in and the opponent's just a tick faster than you are. And that's been the case here for Iman Lee.
Beautiful right hand over the top by Lee. As soon as he takes a step back.
There's the bell for round number 2. Don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more to come on Swerve Combat. Welcome back to Swerve Combat. Thank you to all the viewers who are joining us tonight as we bring you Winter Brawl 2025. Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira. And right now we're in round number 3 of our second fight. Iman Lee in the red, black, and green trunks taking on Bernardo Uribe in the black and gray. And so far, Ray, it's been all Iman Lee.
Definitely. Bernardo Lee's giving a box lesson these 2 rounds here. See if he picks it up and continues in the third.
Nice solid straight right hand there by Lee. And again, he's just circling nicely, fighting on angles, changing levels, doing all the things you want to see from his corner.
Look at Lee, he's coming forward and just landing, digging that body shot. As soon as Uribe brings his elbows down, he comes back up with the left hook or the right hand to the top. He came out this round definitely to make business and show him that I want to end this.
I agree, Ray. Seems like there's a little more mustard behind some of these punches here in round 3 for Lee. Stepping into him a little bit more.
Lee's one of them fighters, you know, I want rounds.
Yeah, there it is. Body shots again, Ray, as we mentioned. Sends Uribe to the canvas.
That's the body shot where you try to breathe, and the more you try to breathe, the more the body says, I ain't breathing.
Harvey Doc, the referee, checking on Uribe, making sure he's good to go. It's still very early in this round. We've got just under 2 minutes to go. The body work doing some damage, Ray.
That left hook under the right elbow was beautiful. He's going to land it again. He's going to throw another right hook to the top and right to the left hook to the body.
I like that Lee staying patient. He knows what's on the clock, what's left. Not trying to rush. There's another body shot. Oh, again to the
that body's
midsection with that right.
He took a step back,
Yeah, he did. Uribe in some pain, but trying to shake it off and finish this round. Lee going back to the body where it's been super effective for him through 2.5 rounds.
Does Uribe want to protect that body or get caught with overhand right, left hook up top? Or protect the top and get hit with that body?
It's really pick your poison, Ray, as Lee goes to work with Uribe back into the corner. Uribe finally gets out.
Uribe's definitely coming forward. He's trying to win this fight. All it takes is one punch.
Uribe won't quit. He's going to keep coming forward. He's going to give Lee an opportunity. And we'll just see what Iman can do with it. But Iman Lee remaining patient here after scoring that early knockdown here in round 3. So he's in total control right now of this fight.
Lee knows he got it. That them body work is just beautiful. He started early in round 1. A little low there, but yeah, that's what happens when you go into that body, but continue hitting it.
Yeah, but right in the belt line, then right back upstairs with the same left hook. That was brilliant. Oh, there it is again.
But every time Lee throws that left hook to the body, Uribe is dropping that right hand. He's vulnerable for that left hook up top.
Referee Harvey Doc doing a good job staying on top of the action, making sure that belt line is being honored by both fighters. 10 seconds here to go in round 3.
He's coming forward again. I dig to the body, I come back up top. Exactly what Lee is doing.
And there's the bell. So another strong round for Iman Lee, this time scoring the knockdown early, taking total control here of this fight. And Ray, feels like it may only be a matter of time for Uribe. Take a look at some of the replay action here.
Great replays here. You got Lee.
There it is.
Beautiful. Right hook to that body from that left elbow. But he continues. He doesn't stop throwing these body shots. Continue landing them. Hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And Uribe standing in ropes trying to cover up, but he's going to come back up top, I believe.
And I think, Ray, this is a good example of just the accumulation of the body blows, the accumulation of all the volume of punches that Lee has thrown. Eventually just wears you down. You take one too many, you take one in the wrong spot, you got to take a knee and take a little break, and that's what Uribe did. It's just adding up and piling up after 3 rounds. I think Uribe is going to come out and continue to try to fight. If you're Iman Lee's corner, what are you saying? Just more of the same?
Telling Lee just to go forward, walk him back. He's already scared. He knows he's body shots. Just keep landing body shots. And when he drops his elbows, bring it back up top. With your Uribe, do you want him to come forward and be desperate? I go, yeah. You already picked to lose here, so what do you got to lose? But to come forward and just wing it high.
Yeah, you just got to put the foot to the pedal here if you're Uribe and try to get something going in round 4 and try something to stem the tide a little bit and slow Lee's progress, which, again, it's easier said than done.
You know, by watching this fight here, Lee is a tall featherweight Tommy Hitman Hearns.
He does have that frame, and as you mentioned, Ray, the ability to move up in weight class, possibly to 130, maybe even 135 at that height and that build.
I mean, look at his shoulders on him.
Yeah.
They're wide. I don't think he has a body, probably 2% body fat.
And he's only 25, so again, 11-0, possibly soon to be 12-0. I'm with you on that one. Michael Parenti, a couple of old guys here. Michael Parenti and Sucre Oliveira bringing you all the action. Seasoned. We're seasoned veterans on Swerve Combat as Iman Lee bringing it to Bernardo Uribe again in round 4. It's been very much the same story through rounds 1 through 3 as well.
Lee is picking it up every round.
Yeah.
You know, as the rounds go on, the only featherweight I see knockouts with 1 punch is Tommy Hitman. Not Hearns, I'm sorry, Duran. Roberto Duran. But Lee has that ability, you know. He comes forward and lands, look, 2 body shots, both land. And there goes Uribe, taking a deep breath and backing up.
He's hurt.
That's what he's telling him.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. Down goes Uribe again, and we saw that coming as soon as he backed into the corner.
He's not getting up.
Harvey Doc standing over with the count. He gets up at 7, takes the 8 count, shakes it off.
I like being proved wrong.
Uribe wants to go, and Harvey Doc's going to let him continue. We'll see how much longer he lasts. These body shots are doing damage from Iman Lee.
I've never proved wrong that long. There he goes, back to that body.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do it.
Yes.
Harvey Doc waving it off. 2nd knockdown of the round, 3rd overall of the fight, and all done through the body work by Iman Lee. What a great performance.
These are the kind of stoppages you want. I always tell someone, when you get hit to the jaw, you get knocked out, you don't remember it, so you don't talk about it. When you get hit with a body shot, every time you try to sit down for a month, you remember that body shot.
Uribe is in front of us, right directly in front of our broadcast group, just doubled over in pain. Ray, take a look at the replays here.
You can see him, that left hook, right hook, bringing it all days. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I always say that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The one thing I love the most about Lee's performance is he never got out of pocket, never tried to accelerate too much or rush. He just waited for it to come to him and just kept waiting and going to the body, and eventually broke him down. It took 4 rounds, but he got the job done. Spirited effort by Uribe, but Iman Lee just too much.
That's a sign of a champion and a true pro.
I think, Ray, this is the 3rd time we've seen him. I think this is the best he's looked in those 3 fights. Went 5 rounds with Anthony Eliotti before he knocked him out. And remember that fight, Eliotti was much shorter than Lee. It was definitely an adjustment period for him. This was more of a fight on equal footing from a height standpoint, and Lee just went to the body and did a great job. So, I mean, it just shows you his ability to adjust to what's in front of him and just take what the opponent gives him.
Every fight Lee is taking isn't an easy fight. It's a step up, and he's improving every time. And he's not improving, 2 steps. He's improving 3 to 4 steps. So I love this gentleman, Lee.
All right, this one in the books. Another victory for Iman Lee. And with that, we're going to set it up to our ring announcer, Adam Palazzo, who has the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 1 minute, 52 seconds into round number 4 by TKO, still undefeated Iman Lee.
All right, what a performance that was. You just decided to dedicate to going to the body and took him out there in that round. That was an impressive performance. Was the body shot, is that what you were looking for all around?
Well, I seen it played a big part, and I seen him react to it with a certain shot, so I know I had to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I know you've been trying to stay busy. You've had some fights fall out, but you're here tonight. Put on a good performance, but you never looked rattled on this whole situation. You look comfortable, calm, and cool, and this is just the Iman Lee we've been expecting, isn't it?
Yeah, we trained real hard for this night. We wanted to come out and put a show on for everybody.
And working with your father and with Mr. Birchfield, Coach Air, the rest of your team, I think you might have the surroundings right now to take you to the top of the sport. What do you think?
I think so too. Just little by little, we one step at a time, and then we just take all the opportunities that come forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's still undefeated, Iman Lee.
Iman Lee giving that shout out to his team, and you see his promoter, CES President Jimmy Birchfield Sr., who may have found a diamond in the rough on his hands. I think the sky's the future for this young man. Hey, listen, we've got plenty more to come. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us on Swerve Combat.
Agua. Sí, el sabor. El sabor.
Vamos, dale, vamos, dale.
El sabor que golpea.